Okay, this is my video on the Obama healthcare bill. And it's been a while ago, but I thought I should bring it up. I wasn't a big supporter of the healthcare bill. Alright, now, even though I'm mostly a libertarian, I have to say that many times the idea of a government healthcare, like, assistance program was actually something pretty interesting to me. I mean, I look at it this way. It says in the Declaration of Independence that we are supposed to believe that all men are created equal. Now, if that's the case, then why do our representatives and senators have health care coverage and we don't? I mean, they're supposed to work for us. They're our public servants. Yet they're almost treated like they're royalty. They get a good health care program, we get nothing. That bothers me. If they really wanted to develop a really good health care program, they should have just expanded their coverage onto us. That would have worked. Other things that bother me, it's just that the government is now telling people, hey, you have to buy this product. You have to go out and you have to spend time and do this. Now, I'm pretty sure it was the 13th Amendment that said that they've kind of, eliminated slavery. And by you having to go out and do involuntary labor now to get a health care program, and also involuntary labor, in a sense, to earn a wage to pay for the health care programs, that's kind of slavery. I mean, who's the government, though, to tell you what you can put in your body, what you have to do, what you have to buy? I mean, pretty soon the government might say, hey, you know what, guys, you have to buy an American car. You have to buy this pair of shoes. I mean, it's just amazing what could happen over time. I really don't like that. I don't agree with it. What else was I going to say? I don't want to take too much time up on the camera here. But, healthcare, people say, is it a right or is it a privilege? And, and it's an iffy subject. It's very touchy. And for me, I still think about it a lot. I mean, it says, you have the right to, pursue life, liberty, and happiness and whatnot. And, when people bring up the topic of life, it's almost like, well, healthcare, should they have the right to receive healthcare? Now, the healthcare business, being part of a healthcare plan, isn't an intrinsic right. But the right to live, once again, how much health assistance fits into that category, that's an interesting topic, I didn't really want to venture too much into it on the video because I really haven't been able to make a clear decision yet on that. But, like I was saying, the government's healthcare bill is not the solution, people. This Obama healthcare bill, whatever you like to call it, I think they just use Obama's name on it, so if you demonize the plan, you start demonizing him. It's not a good plan. Alright, I remember one of the drafts. I downloaded all the drafts I found. Each one of them was over 2,000 pages. And I tried reading them. I didn't get through all of them. But I'll tell you, one of the plans in the beginning, like page 60-something, it said that if you have a healthcare plan, the government decides it is not a good enough plan. Basically, you know what, this healthcare, it's sort of healthcare, but it's not really what we're looking for. They can say to you, hey, you don't have a healthcare plan. It doesn't count. You have to get a new one, even if you already have one. And if you don't get a healthcare plan when they tell you to, besides getting fined, and these aren't light fines, these are a few $1,000s, they can throw you in jail. And I think the jail terms are something like a month in jail. Alright, so now if you don't have money to get healthcare, and you have to pay a fine, buy healthcare, and also now you have to spend time in jail, so whatever little bit of a job you had or whatever income you have is basically gone, and your chance of getting a quality job's gone because now you have to put that on your record that you've been arrested or whatnot. It doesn't help anyone, especially the people which this healthcare bill is supposed to help. It's really a kind of scam. I mean, it gets people all riled up and excited saying that they made some benefits on healthcare. We've done something. Well, yeah, you've done something. Just because it's a change doesn't mean it's a good change. I mean, I'm not for the healthcare bill, and it's basically unconstitutional. I'm sorry, but it's not constitutional at all to tell someone what to buy. And we got to bring in the consideration about states' rights here. If the state can pass a law, that describes something constitutionally and they have a way of backing it up, the states can kind of opt out of this federal bill. And people will say, well, the whole federal government's supposed to tell the states what to do to an extent. No, not really. The states are supposed to triumph over the federal government. The federal government's supposed to just kind of help one another. States get along with one another, supposed to have some general guidelines in commerce. But the states themselves are supposed to be entitled to do whatever they want. Every state, if they want to have a different law on everything, they can. It's just the way the world works. So this is my healthcare bill video. Not a big fan. Though, like I said, you know, I kind of wish that we could provide some health care coverage to everyone and we wouldn't need to worry about all these hospital stays and all that other junk. But, you know, it's an interesting topic and it's touchy because there isn't a clear-cut solution. But I'll tell you right now, this health care bill, it's not it. And that's about all I have to say.